Greetings from the Bat Cave. Grim ghosts come out to socialize. Ghosts are real. We talked about that most recently. This is the evening before Reformation Day, aka All Hallows Eve. I don't want to come across hypocritical, so I wanted to show you a little bit of scenes behind the scenes at the Bat Cave. Yours truly with new swag ahead of the movie premiere. The sequel is getting good reviews. I wanted to show you a couple of things. Here, let's take a little stroll. Hold on a second. There we go. Some of the swag that hangs on the walls here. Everything has a reason for being up. I see spiritual things differently than others do. You don't have to be in agreement with me. This is an original work of art, by the way. Nick de Herrera, the artist. But different things related to what I cover, politics, comic books, things of that sort. It's everywhere. The influences, right? The stuff that's there, I see how the Lord is communicating through pop culture, through popular forms of entertainment and the like. And of course, a lot of this originated from my love of the movies and things that are potentially to some people could be dangerous. Here's one of those. It's from The Haunted Mansion. This was given to me by my brother. It makes a sound. I don't know that I can get it to work right now. Here, let me see if I can push a button. Oh, here we go.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at.
Now, the Apostle Paul would tell you, let me preface this, as we're going to be talking from the meditation today is from the book of Proverbs. In the beginning, the fear of God is the very beginning of Sophia, of wisdom. So when people tell you that, oh, it's just daffodils and angels playing harps up in heaven, no, the full range of emotions is on display down there. God is a jealous God, described as such. He's jelly, royal jelly. You are the peanut butter. I want to show you something here. The Apostle Paul has stated that, some of you will know what this is, and some of you won't. This is the artwork. This is a rather expensive print of the stretching elevator in the Haunted Mansion. One of my earliest influences of getting into all of this. So here's another one, Mr. Burns. This is an original artwork by Paul Gulacy, one of the top artists in comic books. You're getting some things here to see. Oh, the damsel in distress, featured on two very expensive movie posters, classic prints. But all the stuff is all over the place. You know, we've talked about Wonder Woman being the honorary avatar of superheroes. She represents not a damsel in distress, but the crime fighter. And her cousin, featured behind there, little Boris, is the original title for Frankenstein is the first Prometheus, the one who was created from the stolen fire. That Princess Diana of Artemis from Greek mythology is a cousin of Prometheus, who stole the fire from Zeus to create his likeness of mortal men. It went awry, became Frankenstein. So Frankie, a part of all that. I wanted to share some of that so as to say, like the Apostle Paul has said on different occasions, this is scripture and this is my opinion. Don't get them twisted. Don't get them confused. I am comfortable in my own skin to be able to, this is the Apostle Paul, to share how I feel about certain things, and I can see things differently than you. And Christianity 101 in ethics, you don't want, if you're a Christian that smokes cigarettes, for example, you don't want to smoke around somebody who would find smoking offensive, because that brings them down. Or in the case of what the Apostle Paul wrote, how he put it, if I go to a food court, like you go to a strip mall and you see a place that's serving Mongolian barbecue, for instance, and you see a Buddha up there and people are putting dollar bills on the Buddha for, quote, end quote, for good luck, to reverse fortunes, if you will. you're a newbie Christian, if you're new at that all, and you're wet behind the ears, and it would bother you to eat at an eatery as such, where you know some of the proceeds, the price of admission is going to things that draw people away from the Lord Jehovah, then you should not invite those people to eat with you, said the Apostle Paul. But that doesn't stop me, the Apostle Paul said, from going to eat there. That is a choice that has to be made one to another. And in my case, I got raised in the city, which is the home of the biggest, craziest nerd and geek evangelism field in the world, at Comic-Con. And I see pop culture, the Lord embedding intel, marching orders, wisdom, abstracts in there for Christ's bridal party, who Wonder Woman is an honorary figurative superhero spiritual avatar, the crime fighter that is like a Category 5 hurricane, is a force to be reckoned with. For those people in particular to digest, the Apostle Paul to his young apprentice, his scribe Timothy, I know in whom I have believed, and I am persuaded that he is able to keep all of this nerd and geek stuff, I'm paraphrasing, unto him against such a time. In the Paul's case, it was the incarceration. But in Paul's case also, you play, you pay. What I don't want to do, I do, and what I do, I don't want to do. It is no longer I who sin, but the sin that lives in me. That Paul, a.k.a. the walking contradiction. Proverbs. There is room for fear. What did Batman say? Yours truly? Fear is a tool. And criminals are a cowardly lot, said Bruce Wayne on separate occasions. You want to find the supporting material for all of that, you go here. This is manna infilling, right where my fingers are, the likes of which you're not going to find anywhere else. We break down, for instance, the latest potential theories coming out of San Francisco. The question had to be asked. This guy, De Papi, or whatever, however you pronounce his name, De Pape, and Anne Heche and Marilyn Monroe. What is the connection between all three? Oh, there was a connection? What are you talking about, Batman? Connection? For those who have ears, let them hear. You can find out all about that stuff right here. You go to that, and you will see a daily digital devotional magazine, paperless, for free. On the flip side, this is our hands-on ministry. Team Jesus is gathering later this morning to put the care packages together. We're going out with some candy in the bag. I know some of you aren't on board with that. This is not a celebration of the macabre so much as a reminder that we need to be compassionate one to another. The benevolence redistribution includes large print Bibles, reading glasses, a baker's dozen of things, sanitary wipes, snacks, water, Christian arts and crafts, bookmarks, travel soap, and more things in each package, and candy will be among them. And we're also including this month around a hot chocolate, because the weather's getting cooler now out here. If you want to help, this is a federally recognized nonprofit charity. Your donations, you're eligible at year's end for a tax write-off. And we appreciate it. Every penny accounted for. Remember, gang, during this time where there's a lot of campaigns of disinformation, 8 days to go before midterm elections, leave no stones unturned. There are no stupid questions. Ask away. And put your two hands together. And remind people there's no very small chance that there's any other priorities before getting to the polls to reverse what has happened in this country. The shenanigans that took place a couple of years ago that put in a person seemingly a stolen election. You be the judge, but we're going to have a final say. Remember the adage, he or she who laughs last laughs best. So spiritual Wakanda forever. Go through the material, share it, copy paste. We'll see you tomorrow. Batman out. Holy kiss.